friends. Welcome to the live stream today. Going to hopefully get your feedback, your thoughts, and feelings on the Sumud Flotilla sailing to Gaza. I guess coming out of Spain and then going to Tunisia and maybe picking up more people down the road. I think it's an awesome thing. I got a little emotional the other day when I was watching the video. Um, these crimes that these governments and bankers and you know corporations and bad people are doing against humanity. I think it's coming to an end. I really do. I think their reign of terror is pretty much over. Humanity's not going to stand for it any longer, and it's awesome to see. So I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback. Let me just see here. What was I going to look up? I just made a video about it. I want to learn more about it myself. Like I said, I ran across it the other day, and I think it's awesome, to be quite honest. I think it's long overdue. My only question is, I hope there's people over there and human beings over there that we can actually help, right? It looks bleak. It looks bleak, right? It looks like a Maui it looks like a Maui or a Palisades, or not Palisades. Is it Palisades? The place in California that was burned out. It looks wild. Just see here. It looks very wild, but like I say, I'm optimistic that things are going to turn up, and we'll see what happens. But even Greta Thunberg's over there checking it out, right? Or in the flotilla. I never try to align with her on a policy because I don't really jive with her climate activism. I don't want to give the government and more power than they already have, and have them do anything. I don't like them. I don't trust them. I mean, governments have caused the problems over in Palestine. Governments create all the big problems, right? But I think human beings are waking up to the fact of, hey, if I stop giving them attention and power, then they don't have any power. And then we actually solve the situation, to be quite honest. So that's a beautiful thing that's happening over there. I guess it's only a few days out. Let me just look and see here when it started. I want to say like 3 or so days ago, to be honest. Sumud Flotilla. I don't know what flotilla means or what Sumud means. I'm sure it has some global Sumud Flotilla. More than 50 ships heading to Gaza to challenge Israel's illegal blockade. I guess they've got the water blockaded and we know they've got the land blockaded. How's it going, Paul? Thanks for checking out the live stream. We know they've got the land blockaded and they're not letting trucks through, but and they've got the water. They're clearly doing some bad things over there by blocking off, and I think they have been doing them for a long time, to be honest. Power, water, food. It's like a checkpoint to get in there. More than 50 ships heading to Gaza to challenge Israel's illegal blockade, and some big ships too. Let me see here. The first convoy, consisting of dozens of small civilian vessels carrying activists, humanitarians, doctors, scheduled to depart on August 31st to meet up in Tunisia with the second wave on September 4th. Let's see, bringing together more than 50 ships. Which countries are taking part? I think it's definitely coming. There's a lot of response coming out of Spain, and it has been for a while. Break Israel's. And one of the videos I watched, they said, hey, how come governments aren't speaking up about it? I'm like, well, because governments are in business with the founding fathers of Israel, right? It's all about the money. They talk a big game, but they never look at the real criminals in the world. They'll go after the low-hanging fruit all the time, right? And they'll lock up in every country people, regular everyday people all day long, but they'll never go after the big guys. And that's why we have to go after the big guys and shine the light of awareness on the evil people that are doing really bad things, right? The huge mass unalivings, the huge exploitations. Let's see what else here. Participants are unaffiliated with any government or political party. Let's see. The mission is organized by 4 major coalitions, including groups. And by the way, I'm on Al Jazeera with this article. 4 major groups have participated in previous land and sea efforts to Gaza. Global Movement to Gaza, formerly known as Global March to Gaza. Grassroots movement organizing global solidarity actions to support Gaza and break the siege. Again, I hope they get there in time to actually help people. I mean, I guess, since Israel's moving in soldiers and on foot, who knows what they're going to do. And I don't know if you know this, but it sounds like they've taken out most or all of the journalists. It's wild to watch the events unfold over there. Freedom Flotilla Coalition is another group with 15 years of experience running missions, sea missions. Maghreb Sumud Flotilla, formerly known as the Sumud Convoy, a North Africa-based initiative carrying out solidarity missions to deliver aid and support to Palestinian countries. That's probably where they get the Sumud name from. Sumud Nusantara, a people-led convoy from Malaysia, and 8 other countries that aims to break the Gaza blockade and foster solidarity among global South nations. I love it. I just hope everything goes well for them, and I hope they have, success and raise awareness, because that's the other thing. And once people, raise awareness, hi, how's it going? I appreciate you checking out the stream. Once awareness becomes raised, governments will have to capitulate, right? Because the thing of it is, I was watching a video the other day, and the guy said, hey, that we outnumber the governments and the people who they work for by like 100 million to 1 or more probably, but it's going to take a mass awakening by all humans on earth and turning away from the bread and circuses and, studying and learning and acquiring knowledge to actually take back to take back the planet from the people that have, captured it. It's a wild time. Let's see. Power of nonviolent action. So this is their game plan, right? They believe in human dignity, the power of nonviolent action, and a single truth: the siege and genocide must end. Amen to that. It must end. Speaking of the nonviolent action, sometimes people ask, hey, what do we do? What can we do? And I'm like, hey, just don't do anything. Just don't listen to the bastards. And the bastards are your government, right? And your media and sports figures and celebrities in many cases, and people in positions of power in civic arenas or religious arenas. If people had the wherewithal to pull their attention from these, influencers, the same influencers who pushed hard during COVID times, we would take back our world. That's what's going to have to happen. It doesn't, like this person said, it's nonviolent action. It's withdrawing all of our attention from these people. I've already done it for the most part. And granted, we can always do better, but you stop paying attention to them. You stop watching their stupid movies. You stop listening to their stupid movies or music. It's all designed, most of the mainstream, all the mainstream movies, music, news, political pundits, media is all designed to manipulate behavior and or change the way you think. Right? And change your heart and your mind and influence you. They've told us what they're doing. They want to modify behavior. That's the game. And how do you fight that? You just stop listening to them. It's very simple. It's simple, not easy. A steering committee has also been set up, which includes the likes of Swedish activist Greta Thunberg, historian Kleoniki, I'm not even going to try the last name, human rights activist Yasmin Akar, socio-environmentalist Tiago Avila, political scientist. Let's see who else if someone we know on here. Yeah, a lot of people. Although hundreds will set sail from the organized fleet, tens of thousands of others have registered to participate in the initiative. The group estimates that the fleet will take between 7 and 8 days to make the approximately 1,620 nautical mile journey to Gaza. So this says, what is a flotilla and why send aid by sea? A flotilla is a group of boats or ships organized to deliver essential supplies, such as food, medicine, and other materials, to regions in crisis. They are usually organized when traditional supply routes, such as air and land corridors, are blocked or inaccessible. I guess it makes sense. They're not going to allow anything into the air there, Israel being the people that the government being the government that it is there. Since 2007, Israel has tightly controlled Gaza's airspace and territorial waters. So that's a long time ago. Restricting the movement of goods and people. Even before the war, Gaza had no functional airports. Jeez, freaking wheeze. I mean, the people in Palestine have been on the front lines of the bullshit for a long time. What happened to the Wi-Fi? What has happened to previous flotillas? Several Freedom Flotilla vessels have attempted to break the blockade of Gaza. In 2008, have attempted to break the blockade of Gaza. In 2008, two boats from the I think my connection's coming in and out, so I'll end it. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys.